So two long-established content creators have been bashing their heads together in recent weeks, with SSSniperwolf being thrown to the cleaners by Jackfilms, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down at all. Honestly, I just find it amazing to see. For a long time, the big bad wolf has been ignoring terms of service and uploading absolute dumpster content. And really, I think it asks the question of, what does this actually give to the platform, considering that YouTube are promoting her content? But I mean, what's even gone on, and why is this happening? Well, stick around, because I'm Jake Baz and this is the excruciatingly wacky watch. So initially, some of you might be thinking, who are these people? And the best way to describe them both is that they are both OG creators on the YouTube platform. Jacksfilms has been on the platform doing commentary stuff for years, loads and loads of stuff. Yai, for example, massive creator, but kind of away from all the normal commentary space. And Sniperwolf, years and years ago, she was doing Call of Duty commentaries, that sort of stuff, loads of vlogs and things. Hopefully some of you remember that, because she had a boyfriend that was known in the community as Sausage, and it made me so uncomfortable. But yeah, we'll touch on her past later, because it's a little bit odd. It's been absolutely rotting on the platform for the past couple of months, and there's seemingly no end. It seems like it's just going to continue going. And it all started on a live stream when Jacksfilms was berating her content, which may make you think, why? So Sniperwolf, I'm not sure if you've watched her content, but there's a lot left to be desired from it. I think the best way to describe it is the idea of a chimp trying to translate a TikTok video in his head. And I think also the idea that there aren't that many ways that you can polish a turd comes to mind. I mean, let's be honest, it's bottom of the barrel. It is bottom of the barrel. It's actually quite impressive how she's been able to spew out so much content that is so filled with drivel and get away with it in a sense of being perfectly monetized. So if you look at some of the titles of her videos, they are very generic, very generic. People who got caught in 4K and never seen that one before. First time. They are very generic and standard titles for YouTube, and the videos in them are standard and generic as well. I'd go as far as to say that these are actually clickbait, because you expect some sort of generic standard video and you get something even worse. In these videos, she can be seen wide-eyed, like looking into the camera, pretending to be interested, and doing this sort of narration where she'll just exactly talk literally about what's going on in the frame. It's really annoying, and it actually makes my ears bleed. And like sometimes it does actually get to the point where it is so jarring that I struggle. I've tried doing it. I struggle to even get past the first couple of minutes in every single one I've tried.
This guy is a professional. Yeah, and on his way to deliver the rest of the pizza. There ain't no way. No.
There ain't no way. Like, it's so forced. It does my head. Also, let me just point out the bike, right? That is fucking terrible. It's almost that bad. I'm kind of thinking that it's purposeful. Maybe it is purposeful. I mean, in all honesty, it's not that hard to half-ass something if you know that you're going to get the bag, like. So we get it. It's nothing new, nothing interesting. It's just there to get the bag, essentially. But people love it, clearly. Look at the views on some of the videos, like, it's mental. And I do think that is because YouTube do promote her as a creator on the platform. Because if you saw a video from someone that maybe wasn't as conventionally attractive doing something like this, you wouldn't bat an eyelid, and you just go, I don't know, scratch your own ass, do something different, bit more exciting. Like, I'm not knocking you as a person at all, but if you can go through these videos and watch an entire one and not feeling some way repulsed to turn off the video, there can't be that much going on in your noggin. Your head must just be filled with like hot air with pepperami as a brainstem. So that's the big bad wolf. But where does Jack fit in here? So Jack, as I've stated, he is a massive YouTuber that's been on the platform for years, and he felt like he wanted to have a little bit of fun with it because he seemed to have spotted this as well, noticed all the obvious flaws in her content, and decided very duly to start ripping her to shreds. The thing is as well, this has led to like 30 videos over the course of like the past 3 months on his second channel, and I just love it because it's a reaction of a reaction channel. Like, it's just Inception. I absolutely love the irony. I also love that half of the videos as well are from his streams just clipped up, which kind of to me states that it's even more half-assed. Like, I just love it. And also the big goofy headset that he has on, like, it just further extenuates that to me, that he just doesn't care. He's purposely trying to like bring in the irony for it. Also, the idea that your biggest hater in Sniperwolf is dick riding off your content to earn the bag. Like, I love that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And also, it's really funny to me that like Sniperwolf, although she has tried to clap back to this, she cannot do anything because all he's doing is reacting to her reaction videos, which she's reacting to something else that's being reacted to. So it's like a total, like I said, a total inception, and she can't do anything as much as she tries. He's doing exactly what she does. She has absolutely no right to try and pipe up to these allegations of her having terrible content, because it just is. So like I said, this has been going on for like about 3 months, and it's not stopping, it's not slowed down. There was a video a couple of days ago, like, it is a constant stream of just being berated. We're back. He's actually hitting the I got one more in me every single time, and it's still hitting and hitting and hitting. So let me tell you some of the things that he's done. So drizzled throughout the entire videos, it's essentially just roasting her on how bad her content is and what she's doing wrong, essentially. One of the brilliant things that I've noticed is that he started crediting creators of the Sniperwolf reaction videos, like the TikToks, in his own description, so you can see who has actually uploaded the content, because that's something that Sniperwolf hasn't done, and she's got a lot of critique for. She's not actually posting any of the credits in the comments or in the description, so nobody can see whose the content is, which obviously at face value, like when you look at a simple meme, it's not much, but when you're consistently doing it with loads of different elements, obviously them creators are not going to be found if anyone wants to look into it. It does break quite a lot of moral and ethical codes on YouTube, like you should be linking stuff that you've used in a video at the bare minimum. Like, there's a reason that copyright strikes exist, and this also must be totally pissing her off. Like, I'm here for it. Something else I've seen that's just brilliant is started doing Sniperwolf bingo, where he'll have a big bingo sheet with loads of different things that he expects to happen in the video, and with the viewers, they all do their own bingo sheets and they go through them and watch videos and trying to get bingo. It's so brilliant. So I've got some of the bingo stuff here. So like, you've got editing mistake, or hell nah, unnecessary yelling, says something that makes absolutely no sense. Like, it's so good. It's so good. And I know this bingo thing's a bit of a trend at the moment, but the fact that he's jumping onto this to try and critique her, it's even better. She's also taken a lot of flack about her editing choices. Like, as you can see in the bingo, there's a lot of editing mistakes sort of things. And the problem is, it's not her. It will not, with the amount of money that she's making, it definitely will not be her. It must be her editor or editors. But this is an even worse prospect, because her content is so vapid and there's nothing to it, essentially. You bang a TikTok video on there and clip it up, and that's it. Like, it doesn't take long at all to do. And the fact that they're fucking up to the point that Jacksfilms can put something on there and hit it, like, it's not a hard thing to do at all for her. All she has to do is sit her ass on a chair, turn a camera on for 15 minutes, pretend to enjoy it by doing this very clearly fake voice, which I noticed that she had because I watched her when I was younger, like very young, like 13, 14, and then raking millions. And I mean, you can only respect the game, can't you, really? We all wish that we had something that simple in life. I also loved how Jackfilms did this video, no title for this one, and it's the exact same sort of thing. He does the bingo, but like, just the irony again. Like, he is just absolutely battering her. It shows that you don't actually have to put any effort in at all to do a Sniperwolf video or a Sniperwolf reaction. Like, it's that entire irony thing. It's brilliant. Like, she definitely not clocked onto it. I mean, it is pretty goated, but like. But yeah, Jack's absolutely done her in there. And like I said, it just keeps going. 1 day ago, posted a video. And in this video, she steals the most pointless clip to steal that I've ever seen. Like, it just baffles my mind.
The original TikToker says the same thing. She stole... Wait, the real Krusty Musty? Which TikTok? Are we talking about toilet time or house fall down? Probably toilet time, right? Here's the original, and it's got 2.4.
Is there supposed to be a audience?
Would you like an audience while you pee?
I just don't get it. It's not like it's a magnum opus of a comedy sketch or joke. Like, it's pointless to steal. All you have to do is pause for 10 seconds and then think of something fun to come up with. But instead, you'd rather get your editors go through the hassle of removing the audio so you can literally regurgitate what's just been said. It makes no sense to me. And it's so easy to prove that you've done that. The only thing I can really think of is that she's trying to drag out the video. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I mean, this entire thing doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand why someone would do that with a joke. Like, it's so easy to disprove. Or maybe simply, she just wanted to look funny. You know, just be a little out of the box with an unoriginal joke. Surely that's a little less vapid. I mean, it's not a successful cook, is it? At all. Which, I mean, yeah, speaking of cooking, Jack is creating a Michelin star course meal day after day after day on Sniperwolf. Meanwhile, she's just sat in the corner trying to untoast some toast for a sandwich. So all that's happened, but did Alia snap back to it? Yeah, actually, she did. She really did. She got up on a high horse. She started walking over, stomping, trying to destroy that little man. And by that, I mean, she tried. She really tried. She made some tweets, which I'm pretty sure she's deleted quite a few of them. I don't know if my head's being twisted, but I'm sure I remember seeing a lot more of these. But yeah, through these variety of tweets, she kind of expressed her sadness in a weird way about how Jack was upsetting her in kind of words. Definitely kind of words. Also, I will just note for this that her socials have got a lot quieter since this all blew up. And it really makes you think, why could that possibly have happened? Maybe she had some backlash. Maybe people started seeing her for who she was on the platform. Or maybe she was just too busy making sick content for you all. I really think it's the former. So first off, I'll show you this. So Jack quoted a tweet basically trying to roast her. And herself, she clapped back. And she said, "Wow, I can't stand that female YouTuber is getting more views than me, even though I make this same content. Grrr." Obviously, that's a brilliant rendition of Jacksfilms. I think she's absolutely nailed it there. So first off, same content. So she's kind of admitting the low qualityness is her. I mean, that's a brilliant position to be in off the get-go, innit? But the thing is, Jacksfilms' videos are actually really good. Like, it shows that you don't really have to put the most effort in to be enjoyable or to have a good video. You don't have to do that at all. All you have to do is be engaging and not steal other people's jokes. I don't think that's really too hard to do. So yeah, same content. Definitely same content. Doesn't steal. Maybe that's a bit of a difference. He doesn't steal from other creators. Also, I would just note about the transformative content rule on YouTube. Yes, she is technically passing it, but she's doing a bit of a sketchy line around it, isn't she? I really do think she is blurring the lines of fair use somewhat, and it's even more obvious to me the fact that she's not actually sharing any of the original clips in her description or in the comments. I feel like that's a big distaste in YouTube. You need to be doing that. Come on. And also the thing that really actually annoyed me here is that she brought her gender into it. And I just have to think, like, you are bringing the entire female race down with you if you think that you're being chosen in this pedestal because you're a woman. That is a massive distaste to actual female creators on the platform that are good. You're not good. Just because you're a woman, it doesn't mean you can put out worse content. There's so many obvious options of really good women on the platform. So if you want to pick out the fact that you're a woman to explain why you're being picked on, go for it. But, I mean, it's not true. I think it's more to do with your terrible content, but you can keep thinking like that. I mean, you've never been open to any criticism in the past, so it kind of makes sense. And then this is also followed up with, for context, Jacksfilms made another channel where he copied my content for a few months, thinking it would blow up and get millions of views. It didn't. Now he mad. First off, I'd like to say that the numbers actually seem pretty good for his second channel, like consistent. So I wouldn't say that they've died. I think you might be stretching it a little bit thin. Also, I wouldn't say that he's being mad. Pointing out obvious flaws in someone's content that's so easy and laughing and enjoying it. How does that make you mad? The thing is as well, Jacksfilms actually has creator backing. Like, he's been established on the platform for years and everyone respects him. And the thing is with you, Alia, the Sniperwolves, not everyone respects you because of the past that you've had. I mean, I thought, well, maybe Jack is jealous, but you don't really show jealousy in that kind of light. And once again, she doubles down on the gender point by saying, also, I hate bringing gender into this, but no one ever attacks the male react channels. And I mean, well, there are quite a lot of instances of people attacking these react channels. I remember iDubbbz did a video on it years ago about how terrible that some of the reaction channels are. It's like quite an obvious thing that happens on the platform. I think all you need to do is do a quick YouTube search, but obviously you won't have the time for that. Really, I do think this is just like a massive deflection to kind of be like, oh, woe is me sort of thing. Like, grow up. She's like 30. Maybe a little bit older, like, grow up. But she kind of does have a point in the sense that, like, Sidemen reacts, some of the content can be drab there, but they do show up and they do get good content out of it. And also, like, Flight, the guy that just literally reacts to the exact same thing again and says the exact same words, but he doesn't actually mean it.
Is that butter?
Butter?
That's crazy. Them dudes said the same thing.
Yeah, these dudes next to me said the same thing. Y'all heard that? Damn.
He can't really be criticised for it because, I mean, like, he's a special egg. He's just like the most zooted man in existence. So, I mean, I kind of find it cute. So yeah, although she does have some sort of point, basically they do if they are absolutely terrible. And it's a bit of a null and void point. So once again, don't bring your gender up. So yeah, like I said, these tweets were from a couple of months ago, and since then she's kind of disappeared from the spotlight on social media, at least. Obviously, where she's getting the bag, she'll stay there, obviously. But like, yeah, she's gone quiet. Just totally hiding behind that view counter, I think. And that TikTok as well. TikTok's doing pretty well. I do think really she might have some form of like confidence issue with her actual content because her content isn't brilliant. Like I've said, all you have to do is go and watch it yourself and you'll see that it is drab. It's clearly edited in about 10 minutes. It's not the best thing to be watching. It's very much a passive content in that you'll just turn it on and, I don't know, go on your iPad, scratch your ass, turn on the TV and cook at the same time. So I think she's been defensive because of that confidence issue. Like, she knows they're terrible, but there's nothing that she can really do about it that will take a considerable less amount of effort. So she's probably just going to try and stick to the status quo. And I mean, we've seen this before in her. Like, this isn't a new thing. She's always been quite bad to critique and criticism in general. I specifically remember about 10 years ago, right, there was this massive thing that went on in the COD community, Call of Duty, because she was found out to be faking clips. Not only just faking clips, but like she'd be there doing like a live commentary with her pad, and she'd be there, yeah, just fucking smashing the stuff, and you could see it. You could see it in the camera, like you could see what she was doing, and like the inputs would be inverse to what she's doing. So essentially, she was just like spamming a load of buttons and pretending to do a live commentary. And she always had a lot of criticism of faking content before as well, like taking other people, getting someone else to do it essentially. Maybe a boyfriend Sausage at the time would do that for her. Sorry, I just nearly threw up at the idea of that man. I'm not degrading him at all, but he was called Sausage on a YouTube channel. But yeah, throughout these entire allegations, which probably spanned over a couple of years, definitely spanned absolutely ages, and probably why she doesn't do it anymore. She was caught lying about it. She said that it never happened, that sort of thing, this, that, the other. She just adamantly deny it all the time. And she was just like super defensive with everything, which like right now with the Sniperwolf and Jacksfilms stuff, like she got roasted and she went on the super defense almost immediately but she got shut down straight away. And I think she kind of realized that, like, what can I even do here? There's nothing that you can do, so you've just got to accept it. And that's probably why she's gone so quiet recently. But yeah, I'll also link a video below that sort of outlines all of her controversies in the past, because she's not a squeaky clean figure, and if you've never heard of her, stay away from her. I mean, like I've said, the content should put you to sleep anyway, but I wouldn't go near her. But I would say that that's somewhat normal to her. So yeah, link in them below for that. Some people have also said with this recent one that she's like totally faked her own reactions to stuff, which is hilarious. The idea that she has actually just faked a reaction and then just put a video on top of that. That's crazy. That's like levels of dedication to laziness that I've never seen before. It's fucking brilliant. Having like stock images for your reactions. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't think this is true. I mean, it's too much effort. Really, it is too much effort to create like a stock catalogue of reactions when it could so easily get found out. Like, I think she's just that uninteresting that it comes across as generic, because she says the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, which is the definition of insanity. But at the same time, it isn't out of her character, is it? Let's be honest. So, with the wolf, what have we learnt today? This can kind of be boiled down to Sniperwolf shit, Jack funny. There is no sexism, Alia, alright? Alright? None. The problem is your content just stinks. Like, there's no other way that I can like shine it. It is just terrible. Like, for me, there is nothing worse than like a terrible reaction channel that doesn't even care about the people who watch it, the people who she fucking uses to get the views, and just the disinterest that she shows throughout the entire thing. It's so jarring. It's so wrong. And if you ever find me there in the future, please tell me where the door is. I really think her videos could do with an injection of excitement, an injection of some sort of intrigue that isn't so fake that it's so easy to spot. Some genuine reactions, and I mean, maybe a little bit of spice. Like, I don't know, have a couple of shots before you start fucking recording. Maybe that'll get you loose enough to a point where you actually don't have to fake your enjoyment. Also, get a new mic, because that mic is ass. Jack's still on his tear, and I mean, there's no way that that's changing. Like, I honestly, from this place, it's been 3 months. I can see this happening for another 3 months. I don't actually know if he's ever gonna back down, because it's just banging all the time. Like, I would use it like a bar of soap till there's nothing left. And I mean, it's so funny. It's so funny. Like, she's just ignoring it the entire way through, and that for me is the best thing now, that she's got from a point where she knows where she stands, and she's just got to sit there and deal with it. And until she improves the content, that is gonna have to be her future, which is quite sad. But at the same time, maybe instead of doing 15 minutes a day on your videos, maybe 30, because she might upload 2 in a day. Wow, well done. Maybe do a little bit more work. But yeah, I can't wait to see what pans out with this, and I will be following very, very closely on this. But yeah, like if you enjoyed, and I'm Jake Baz, and this has been the excruciatingly wacky watch. Bosh.